Today is October 3rd. Today is Mean Girls Day, and as such, I have decided that my group costume for today is going to be Mean Girls. Oh my gosh. So this movie came out almost 20 years ago. It is 18. Whew. They have some very iconic lines. They have some very iconic characters. This week, I have decided to do 3 of these outfits: Gretchen, Cady, and Regina. The first one that I did was Cady Heron. Spoilers for a movie that's almost 20 years old at this point, and everyone knows what happens. Pale blue Henley shirt and a pale pink pleated mini skirt and pink heels. And I already had the pink heels, and I actually used it. I actually used the same material that I used for the button-up shirt dress, and this shirt is actually the reason why I had such issues with the dress. If you watch that original video, I got it done in a day, which is lovely. It's not exactly the same, because of course it's not. The shirt that she wears in the movie is a lot tighter. It has buttons. Even on the shirt in the movie, the buttons are very pointless. If you tried to take the buttons from there, it'd be like having buttons along this side. If you try to put them like this, it looks weird. It looks like not like they're supposed to be there. This was a fitted sheet, and I just cut all of the elastic off. There was a seam that went from here to here to make it fitted, and then elastic along these edges here. So I just cut those out, and then I'm going to be measuring out the amount that I need for the skirt. Okay, so I am part of the way done. I thought that the the amount that I had cut out, measured and cut out, would be enough. It is not. Another thing is, for the last video I did, the Teen Wolf video, I used color in my hair. It's a temporary dye. It was supposed to be out in 4 washes, and I recorded my Lydia reveals around the same time that I recorded my Cady Heron reveal, because I had thought, I'm like, well, it's only gonna be in for 4 washes, so I might as well, do it all at once. And so yeah, it's gone back to blonde for the most part, except this. This is still that bright ginger coppery color. It's still like this. The bottle said that it's supposed to be gone in 4 washes. This, I've washed my hair with shampoo to try and get this out over 15 times already, and it's still, I'm sorry, I'm getting heated, but the viewfinder that I'm seeing right now is not doing this justice. The red color, it's like a ginger color. I'm only mad because it's not even, and because if I knew that this was gonna stay like this, I wouldn't have used a temporary dye. I would have used an actual dye, or I would have waited for a wig to get here. But no, I wasn't given that option. I was told that it comes out in 4 washes. I'm sorry, I got heated. I apologize. Back to the video. Gretchen Wieners. I don't know if I necessarily like her more or less than I like any of the other characters, but I really liked her little speech about Caesar and how it relates to her situation. And I really liked her outfit. The shirt I already had. I dyed it a darker color, and the skirt was relatively easy. So that was great. I really like plaid, so I appreciated getting the chance to make a plaid skirt in a style that wasn't stereotypical, I guess. It isn't quite the right shade of purple. This is more of a pink. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a little bit of a, hopefully that will make it a slightly more purple. Right? Yes, this is like perfect. So I mean, like right now it's really dark, but when I rinse it and I dry it, I think it's going to be the right color. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yay! It's darker in person. But I love this color for this. I absolutely adore everything that's going on. The pattern I will be using is going to be this guy. I will be using number B, which is actually the one that is on the model right here. Of course, I'm going to be making changes because the skirt itself has 3 pieces, and those 3 pieces are right here. So this piece right here is the left front, is the right front, and it is the same size, the back. And this one you're supposed to cut 2. This one, the other ones you're only supposed to cut 1, but this one you're supposed to cut 2. And one thing that I see without having to read the instructions or anything else, one thing that I know purely based on these pattern pieces is that there is going to be a lot of pleating. The only problem with that is I think I have a yard and a half of this material, not cut 2 of these. I am only going to cut 1 of each of the fabric pieces. And here is the completed skirt. I think it's pretty cute. It has a very simple closure of 3, I think, closures. They are buttons, and this is an overlap. And so what you do is you flip this over here, button this, and then bring this flap over and button on the sides. Queen Bee herself. She is an icon. Props to Rachel McAdams for being able to portray such a loathsome character. But also props to everyone else for being able to embody such zeitgeist-defying characters. But the fact that it can still feel relevant and applicable now, even though it's been 20 years, is something that that doesn't happen very often. And it's kind of cool that it has. And I know that a more recognizable outfit would probably have been the white tank top, purple bra. It feels very 2004, and not necessarily in a bad way. During this scene, she's seated. She's seated the entire time. You can't really tell what she's wearing on her bottom half. I'm taking the look that she has here, and I'm kind of meshing it together with a look that she has much later in the film, where she's wearing a pair of light wash jeans that are like flared jeans. I was initially having problems figuring out how to do this shirt, and it occurred to me that there was a very low likelihood that I'd be able to find the exact striping. I discovered, I guess, that it's gonna be easiest, it's gonna be best for me to just make it myself. So that's what I'm doing. The first thought was, okay, just go ahead and make an Oxford shirt. Go ahead and do the blouse. You've done several of those before. It's not going to be that difficult. And then the sweater. The sweater is probably going to be a little bit more difficult, but you can figure it out. My second track was, okay, you can still make the shirt yourself, but just buy the sweater. Just buy a black V-neck sweater. It's fine. Then my next thought was, I don't want a pink button-up shirt, and I don't want to make something that I'm not going to continue to wear. So I have decided to create something called a dickie. A dickie is more or less a detachable collar. Luckily for me, I still have a bunch of that pink bedsheet. The bedsheet that I made the pleated skirt out of, I'm going to use that same material, and I'm going to go ahead and put together a collared piece that I can wear underneath the sweater to make it look like I'm wearing a full Oxford. That hopefully should also help with not only putting it together and making it go faster, but also in regulating my body temperature. This is not a real button. I mean, it's a real button, but it's not something that I can take out. I just sewed the button on there, so it looks like there's a button, but there's not. What happens is you're just going to slip it over your head and kind of adjust it so it looks good. Another thing I want to point out is that I tried to flatline. I tried to go over it and with the silver thread that I had to do those very faint silver stripes that she has on her shirt. But clearly you can barely see it, so I don't think I will be doing that for the rest of the shirt. So here it is. The dickie is complete. The dickie looks like by itself before I put the sweater on top of it. Pretty convincing. It is very similar to my skin tone, which those were my Mean Girls looks. It was an interesting experience to dress up as these characters, and the pull I felt while I was in these outfits to say certain lines. I had fun with it, and I hope that you guys all enjoy your Mean Girls Day and get ready for some more fun costumey shenanigans. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.